My mother remembered today her birthday, June 26. My mother passed away over 10 years ago. Today is her birthday, so I am looking back with love and affection towards my one and only mom. She lived an absolutely remarkable life, from her birth in Vladivostok, Siberia, to her love of life in Shanghai, China with my father in the 1930s, then her traumatic internment into a Japanese concentration camp when she was separated from my father, then home to America, death of my father, then a wonderful and special second marriage. She traveled around the world once again with my adoptive father, finally retiring in Princeton, New Jersey. Nowadays, there are occasions when I want so much to ask her a question. Sometimes something comes to mind that only she would know. All those questions are left unanswered, but the longing remains. I don't remember having enough time when my mother was alive to really sit down and have a number of heart-to-heart talks with her, mainly because one of the big parts of her life, being interned in a Japanese concentration camp, was a very difficult subject for her to talk about. And then, of course, the fact that my father was not in the same camp and she had so many worries about him, she would weep uncontrollably sometimes telling me those stories. So I'm sure that many have been left untold, but I do remember my mother as being a person who had two of the most magnificent men in her life that any human being could possibly have, and she loved them both dearly. I remember my grandmother saying, "Dorothy, you are way too spoiled to have gotten two such wonderful men who love you so dearly." But she loved them equally as dearly. It was reciprocal. She had the luxury of two exceptionally happy marriages. So today I'm sending happy birthday wishes to you, my one and only precious mother, up there in heaven. I'm sure looking as glamorous as you ever did. And by the way, these pictures here are of my mother in Shanghai in the 1930s, and this picture on the right is me with my mother's birthday cake on the occasion of her 100th birthday. She died at 100 years, 16 days or 9 days or something like that. But she lived a very, very long and wonderfully exciting life, and definitely in very historic times.